They want to drive you crazy. They want you to give them a reason. They want to be able to say, yeah, I told y'all about them. I told you they were angry or crazy or mentally unbalanced. When really, guys, we all know they're the ones who are unhinged, because it is absolutely unhinged behavior to be that obsessed with somebody who does not care about you. Because collective, you gotten to the point you don't care about these people. It's not because you lack empathy. It's because you have an abundance of empathy. And people like to take advantage of that. People with no empathy, they just don't get it. They just don't get you. They are not your audience, and you're no longer paying attention to people who aren't your audience. I mean, why would you? These people don't. Here's the thing, they don't want to understand you. Like these people, they're purposefully misunderstanding you. They're misunderstanding you intentionally. They want there to be a problem. They have a problem for every solution. That's why it makes no sense. You have stopped trying to explain yourself, reach an amicable solution, closure, try to like talk it out, work it out, like a normal person. It's crazy how people try to make you seem like you're the weird one when you're the one who's actually the most normal. You actually have empathy. You're walking around with compassion, treating yourself and others with dignity, respect, integrity, honor. That's not respected, though. But you no longer care. You respect yourself. You're showing respect for yourself, showing respect for your body, prioritizing your mental health, no longer focusing on things that drain your energy. And I feel like lately, collective, a lot of people have been trying to drain your energy. See this Empress in reverse? See that? They don't want you to take care of your mind, body, and soul. Periodically, guys, if you feel like you're under spiritual attack or surveillance, which a lot of us are, I want you guys to say, protect my mind, protect my heart, protect my soul. Protect my mind, protect my body, protect my soul, whichever one rolls off the tongue better for you. Just say that periodically. Words are spells. That's why they call it spelling. Get it? They've realized that they can't stop you. You know how many people are just pissed right now that like all the energy that they have sent you, negativity, ill will, talking shit about you, taking screenshots, pictures, group chats, gossip. I mean, it's unhinged fan behavior. It's giving stan. These people are super fans. It's like you got all the fame without the money that come with it. I mean, it's giving paparazzi. I'm your biggest fan. I'll follow you until you love me. But these people don't love themselves. It's like people have a love-hate relationship with you. They need to start carrying around that rose quartz. They need to start carrying around. This is my last one. Go ahead and let me know in the comment section if you watched this far, if you want me to sell this on Etsy, man. I feel like there's somebody in the collective who could use this. This is a common stone, you know what I mean? It's not like rare or anything, but I'll bless this with the highest intentions, with the best intentions for whoever this reaches. I got like one of each. I used to sell crystals on Etsy and they sold so well, they sold out. So I need an angel investor. Okay, this is me shooting my shot. I need an angel investor so I can get some more crystals, because I like to hand pick them, guys. But I'm sorry, that's not the point of this. But like, I want my collective to carry around the rose quartz. But who should really be carrying around the rose quartz heart is these haters that you got, because it's absolutely unhinged how obsessed they are with you. It's like they're in love with you. Like, I really do feel like a lot of these people who like, quote unquote, hate on you, I think they're attracted to you. I ain't gonna lie, guys. Because there's like this glow about you. There's something about your eyes. It's like they glitter, they sparkle. You have this light in your eyes. You have this light in your soul collective that like, it can't be extinguished. It can't be put out. And that's why people are mad. You literally have people gathering together, bonding over their mutual dislike for you. It is so crazy though. And people won't get it. Like, say if you try to explain to somebody just like how obsessed some people are with you, they're gonna be like, oh, well, what makes you think you're so special? They don't get it because they're not special. You know, no shade, but somebody who's not you, they're not gonna get it. And I think you have like, you kind of come to terms with like, people just aren't gonna get you. They're not gonna get you, collective. And it's like, you're okay with it. You're like, kind of like just in your garden, minding your own business, planting the seeds of prosperity. Birds are of significance, okay? Birds and like mythical creatures, mystical creatures, dragons, unicorns, sphinx, okay? If you guys see that in your dreams or any type of symbolism, or you like randomly think of like a unicorn or something, that's of significance too, okay? Hey, you guys are just out here killing it right now, man. So I just want to say I'm really proud of the collective, man. I feel like a lot of you guys are being hated on, and then you try to explain it to people, and then the people who just like, they don't have anything remarkable about them, so they're not ostracized, they're not bullied, they're not hated on, so they're not going to get it. You're okay with it. That's how I feel about it. I feel like you're okay. You kind of just like mind your own business. When it comes to the chariot, this is somebody who has tunnel vision, guys. This is somebody that's like, you know what? Fuck the bullshit. I'm not trying to be understood. I'm not over explaining myself. I feel like there was a point in time where you were explaining yourself and the person just wasn't getting it. They had a problem for every solution. You're sitting up here trying to work things out. They already have an answer for everything that you say that could potentially resolve the situation. When it gets to that point, guys, and then you realize, holy shit, they're not trying to solve shit. They just want to argue. You might have even said this to somebody, or you came to this conclusion, yo, why am I wasting my breath? You just want to argue. You're going to notice people trying to bait you into the argument. Oh, they just love to siphon your energy. What an honor it is to be able to get your energy and get you riled up. That gets them riled up, okay? You have some sick individuals out here who are getting off by getting a reaction out of you, but now they can't get off because you got off that roller coaster. It was an emotional roller coaster you were on with these people, trying to explain yourself. Like, no, really, I have pure intentions. I don't want no drama with none of y'all. And it's always a y'all, because people are always steady ganging up on you. You know how powerful that is? You know how powerful that makes you, collective? Whoever I'm talking to right now, that makes you incredibly, it's like, you're unstoppable. You're remarkable in a world full of unremarkable people. You are exceptional in a world full of people who are bland and boring and the same, and they want to like walk the same, talk the same, dress the same. It's a bunch of conformists. You break free from the mold. You don't care about being understood any longer. You just don't, bro. You don't care about being understood any longer. So you make people feel insecure just by being you. And they don't get it. They don't get that they're supposed to be triggered and question, why am I being triggered? Because I feel like you're the type of person, you want to know why you feel a certain way. Because you're just introspective like that. You want to learn, you want to dissect. All right, let's unpack. Most people ain't like, let's unpack. They're like, no, let's pack it up, put it in a suitcase and stuff it in the closet. Yeah, a lot of people just got skeletons in the closet. And there's something about the way that your eyes are, like the way that you look at people. People don't like looking at you for too long. They don't like holding that eye contact for too long because they feel like your gaze is very intense, deep, and even penetrating because they don't want those deep, dark secrets becoming revealed. Because a lot of people got them skeletons in the closet, stuff that they want to take to the grave, and you will unearth all of it. You be exhuming all types of corpses up in people's subconscious. They don't like that. They don't like feeling all exposed when they're around you. They would rather be around people who are shallow. They don't want to talk about nothing deep. They don't want to talk about their real feelings, their real emotions. Just a bunch of people complaining to each other. It's an echo chamber. It's like the same topics, the same complaints. It's like, oh my God, dude. Do y'all want to do something about it? Or are we just going to sit around and complain and stay the same? Somebody has to exact change. And you are you are the exact one that's meant to change people's hearts. But people have to have a change of heart. They're not going to change their mind. You can't change nobody's mind. You can't control nobody. You can't control how they view you, what they say about you, what they think. I mean, there's no point in ruminating over that. Because the more you try to explain yourself or prove yourself to somebody, the more they're going to find a reason not to like you. Because they don't like you because they don't like themselves. And you reveal that they don't like themselves. So instead of facing that, their conclusion is, I don't like you. No, they don't like them. But as usual, big surprise, you're the scapegoat. It's easier to just blame you. Just blame you. You're used to getting blamed. Anytime something goes wrong, you're the one to blame, right? People don't have any introspection. They don't care. They don't care what they were sent on this planet to do, which is to learn, grow, heal, learn lessons, resolve karma. They ain't trying to do none of that shit. They have completely missed the point. So let me tell you something, guys. You are an angelic, high-frequency being living in hell because you chose to come here to give these souls one last chance. Because I ain't gonna lie, guys. I think a lot of these people who are here on Earth right now, they're just walking around like empty vessels. They do not want to ascend. And I think the higher dimensional beings, the ETs that want to help humanity, the angels who are created to assist humanity, but they're tired of our shit, but they're so compassionate. They don't have frustration like we have frustration. They kind of just have, disappointed but not surprised. Let's try again. Very patient, very understanding, very compassionate. And I feel like that's how you are. And it's not a human characteristic. It's an angelic, higher dimensional, enlightened perspective. It's a perspective that a lot of people would do well to adopt. They should be inspired by you. Damn, they really out here just moving with compassion and integrity, but instead they're like, oh, this person's an easy lick. Let me hit a lick on this person, right? Let me take advantage of this individual. Let me see how I can get something off of them because they must be stupid. They must be naive. But you have emotional intelligence in addition to your intelligence. See, people see it as unintelligent because they operate from a place of manipulation by default because that's their nature to do that. But it doesn't have to be that way. We have the free will to decide, you know what? I'm going to move with honor and integrity. Even if it takes me a little bit longer to reach my goals, I'm not going to step on anybody. I'm not going to hurt anybody or push anybody out the way. I believe that there's enough resources for everybody, and everybody can be kind and compassionate towards each other. We don't have to hold hands in a circle and sing kumbaya, but we can live in a society where we get along and we can live peacefully enough, where we're not intentionally attacking and antagonizing other people. That's the difference between you, collective, between you and everybody else. You don't get any pleasure antagonizing, manipulating, and deceiving other people. I feel like people are constantly trying to lie to you, which is hilarious to me. Why are people trying to lie to you at this point? You are so in touch with your intuition. You are just walking hand in hand with your subconscious. You feel something is off, you're going with that. You're trusting your gut feeling and your instincts. Most people don't. Most people do what they're told. They go along with what they're told, what they've always known to be true. They go along with, the popular consensus. What is everybody else doing? They try to keep up with the status quo because they're still operating from a very primitive part of the human brain. They're basically doing what they were programmed to do. But the plan was for us to eventually ascend spiritually. So we can be closer to the higher dimensional beings from which we came from. Okay. But this planet is just very low dimensional and is meant to be. But there's a 1% chance that somebody who's living within a very low dimensional, low vibrational energy can theoretically have a change of heart. But from my experience, they can only have a change of heart. People can only change when they experience a huge crisis, a life-changing moment, a spiritual awakening or a near-death experience or something like that. From my experience, that's what I've seen. It's people don't just wake up one day and be like, oh, you know what? This person is an earth angel. They're a chosen one. They're an empath. They're a starseed. And it's they do no harm. They kind of just mind their own business and then everybody attacks them for it. Maybe I should mind my own business and focus on my spiritual journey. Then I wouldn't feel the need to attack other people. See, they don't think like that though. That would be nice. That would be nice. It would make our job a lot easier. People could just kind of come to that realization. But I think people are so afraid of tackling their subconscious and their shadow selves. Why do they get so angry at certain things? Why do certain things trigger a visceral, fearful response? I mean, that comes from some type of trauma that they need to unpack. It's not normal. So then they try to make it seem like you're not normal. When in reality, cruelty has been normalized. If you're not exhibiting cruel and downright antisocial behaviors, it's now you're the oddball. And I don't mean antisocial you don't like being around people, because that's totally understandable. I mean antisocial you just be saying anything and doing anything to anybody. You see a lot of people with borderline personality disorder that do this. If anybody has that, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to offend you. But you see that a lot with the bipolar and the borderline personality. I didn't mean to say bipolar, but I said it for a reason, okay? And I don't mean to offend any bipolar people either, because it's not the condition that makes you a bad person. These people are bad people. They just happen to have that condition. Also, the schizophrenics. We, as a collective, and everybody on Earth needs to apologize to the schizophrenics, because they were right about a lot of stuff. They are putting us under surveillance. All that stuff that they were saying, and they're like, oh, you're just a paranoid schizophrenic. No, we need to listen to them, because they're on to something. MK Ultra is a thing. Remote viewing is a thing. And it's meant for you to sound crazy when you start talking about this stuff, which is why a lot of people who know about this, they don't want to talk about it. But the CIA and the FBI, the government, they have the declassified files on the government websites where you can read about, yes, they can remotely view your thoughts. And they can change your thoughts and change the thoughts of the people around you to perform certain actions. They can cancel certain actions. Like you're a sim. All the shit on Black Mirror. Anybody ever seen Black Mirror? Oh, that shit's true, bro. That's just scratching the surface. Now they can talk about and show certain things in movies and TV shows and series and stuff, and books and plays, under the guise of it being fiction. But all that shit's real, bro. That shit's real. And they'll suppress you if you try to talk about it. They'll shadow ban you. Next thing you know, you can't log into your account. The other day, they logged me out of all my Instagram accounts for no reason. I spent an entire morning trying to get back into my own accounts because they knew I was finna start talking about some shit. Because Spirit has been giving me a lot of downloads lately, guys. The reason why certain people attack you, you know what's crazy? I have been scratching the surface. I didn't even know the full scope of things because the spirits, they don't tell me stuff until I'm ready to hear it. They only tell me stuff like at a certain time. So you do make karmic contracts with people, but it's deeper than that. They are able to do some MK Ultra shit where these people are so low vibrational, the people that attack you, the people that bully you, cyberbully you, the people that antagonize you, the people at work who try to sabotage you and get you in trouble with the boss, your neighbors or people in the apartment complex that try to like snitch to the landlord and get you evicted. The people who talk shit about you and trash talk you and do the smear campaign, the narcissists who have the flying monkeys. Bro, it's all connected to some MK Ultra shit where when you're at a low vibration and in general, you're just a very negative, evil, manipulative, pessimistic person, it makes you the perfect candidate to attack somebody with a good heart and pure intentions, because they don't like people with good hearts and pure intentions. They don't want no earth angels and chosen ones and star seeds and empaths and good people coming down here trying to save souls. Nah, man. The negative entities, there's a whole sector of the government that is connected with these like satanic Lucifer, some type of satanic cult, okay? It's like the Illuminati, but I think the Illuminati is a decoy for the actual secret society. I think it's one of those things where they're like, look over there so you don't look over here. One of those type things. So these people that you made karmic contracts with, in order for them to carry out what they were supposed to do, which is like try to trigger you, but then they end up being triggered, and then you end up healing and forgiving, and they end up just being haters and being miserable. They do something where they play a certain frequency, or there's something with microwaves. I don't really understand it, to be honest with you. But they do have this technology. They use it in war. They use it to interrogate like prisoners of war. Like, you don't think that they're carrying out these experiments on American citizens? I mean, I'm surprised they're even like letting me on this live talk about this. But because of the tarot cards, it gives me some type of plausible deniability, because tarot cards are largely considered to be woo-woo, spiritual, esoteric, metaphysical bullshit, pseudoscience, basically, right? So this gives me kind of like it's like a fail-safe. It's like some type of plausible deniability. So if people don't, like, if I don't have credibility to the general public, they will let me fly under the radar and say certain things under the guise of this is for entertainment purposes only. And if I haven't mentioned, guys, this is for entertainment purposes only, I have absolutely no credibility or any proof of what I'm talking about. Okay, just as a disclaimer. Okay, because they will take me out. You'll never see me again. But I feel like I'm being protected to some degree because I feel like, this is going to reach somebody who needs it. And with that being said, I am no longer chasing views, followers, subscribers. I'm not meant to make money off of this. I have really come to that revelation. I'm not meant to make money off of these videos, YouTube, here we go. Here we go. Live visibility restriction. There we go. I knew it, bro. They're so predictable. But I really believe that this message is meant to reach somebody. Now, I'll be surprised if they let me save this and repost it, which is what I'm planning on doing. Just in case there's somebody who needs to hear it, or somebody who may be going through it. Like, why do these people keep attacking me? It's like, I'm doing my thing. I'm not bothering anybody. I have pure intentions, and I'm really just trying to live my life and elevate my life spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. Guys, I feel like you're trying to level up in every way financially. Like, you're trying to create a future for yourself where you don't have to worry about walking around paranoid or looking over your shoulder, because that's not the way life is supposed to be lived. Like, you deserve peace after everything that you've been through, and you didn't let it make you evil, okay? So really, it's like the bad people are rewarded. It's like you feel like you don't get any justice. But the ultimate freedom, the ultimate happiness is knowing that you didn't sell your soul. Because really what selling your soul is agreeing to gang stalk innocent people. That's what selling your soul is. You're already at such a low vibration that you're willing to stoop that low and attack and antagonize somebody because you're just that miserable. That's selling your soul. And I feel like you refuse to do that, guys. It's like, every time you get the opportunity to do something where, you can be deceptive, or you could try to, you have the opportunity to undermine somebody or step on somebody in order to get ahead. You don't do it. You don't get any pleasure from doing that. Somebody tries to engage you in gossip about somebody innocent that really didn't do anything wrong, just for, their own entertainment. You're not into it. And I think that's really what sets you apart, and that's what's going to keep getting you antagonized. But the more you focus on your ideal life, hanging out in your garden, pay attention to the birds, pay attention to what birds show up in your day-to-day life, whether this is on TV, in real life, scrolling, dreams, pay attention to that. Mockingbirds, crows, and cardinals are of significance. I feel like cardinals are always of significance because personally, they follow me around everywhere. And cardinals have this very distinctive chirp, and it's always a male and a female because they pair bond for life. Those cardinals are something else, man. Fast forward momentum. Here's the thing, guys, they can't stop you. They can't stop me from saying what I need to say and hoping that it reaches the right people, because people have the right to know what's going on. And I feel like a lot of it's getting exposed. And if they were going to do something to me, they would have done it by now. They have plenty of opportunities. I'm not inviting in any negativity, but at the same time, I'm not going to censor myself anymore. I've done it for so long because I didn't want to get suppressed. I didn't want to get censored. I didn't want to get shadow banned. I didn't want to get kicked out. If you're watching on YouTube, I live record these on TikTok. On TikTok right now, I'm looking at my screen. They restricted me. They have my live under a restriction right now because I'm talking about this stuff. I don't care. Like, I don't care anymore. As long as they let me save the live and repost it for whoever needs to hear it, I do it for you. I don't do these videos for me. I mean, it is therapeutic to be able to talk this out with you guys. And I love talking to you guys. I feel like this is my mission, but I do it for the people who might need to hear it. And I have accepted that I am not meant for a mass audience because they can't let me make too much money off of this. They can't let me get too popular because then I'm going to have some type of like credibility, and then I become a threat. And nobody wants that, because as protected as I am, or as I feel that I am, people still have their own free will, and we're still living in hell. Like I'm an angelic frequency, earth angel living in hell. So I'm going to be targeted. And I feel like my collective is like that too. You are high vibrational, high frequency, earth angel, starseed living in hell because you agreed to come here to maybe try to save somebody's soul. Maybe somebody is inspired by your story. Maybe you meet somebody and your story touches their heart, or just your presence raises the collective consciousness, raises the frequency of this planet. That's what you decided to come down here and do. Just on the off chance that maybe somebody could have a change of heart, and we could elevate as a collective consciousness. We want as many souls up on the higher vibrational frequency as humanly possible. We don't want to leave a bunch of souls down here to just be used as empty vessels. I saw an empty vessel today. A lot of people talked about like narcissistic rage. If you guys watch videos about narcissists and stuff like that, which you probably do if you watch me, you'll see other similar creators talking about similar topics on your FYP and on your timeline. A lot of them talk about like the person's eyes turning black. I mean, trigger warning. Click off if you're not, if you don't like creepy stuff. But I saw something real creepy today, guys. I gotta tell you guys about it. There's this lady walking by, and I looked at her and she looked at me, but she didn't look at me. She like looked through me. And I never really understood that fully until it happened to me today. And people say with narcissistic rage, the narcissist mask slips off, especially when you catch them off guard, and their eyes turn completely black. I mean, the white part of their eyes go completely black. There is no white part of the eyes. I saw this lady and I looked at her and her eyes were completely black. She was a vessel. This lady was possessed. And I had already knew that about her, because I know her. I already knew that about her, but seeing it was like, okay, I got to get on live. I got to start making these videos again, man, because I really didn't want to be perceived. I've been going through it, guys. If you've been following me on Instagram, I make a video about it, but you know, I hadn't posted in a week, but I was like, what? Like, it was one of those things where it was like, I can't believe I'm seeing this right now. Like that it was like something out of a horror movie. It was so creepy that like I couldn't even react. I couldn't look away, actually. I'm just looking like this lady's eyes, her eyes are black, like completely. Like, I don't mean like, you know, her pupils got bigger and then it looked black. No, like the white parts of her eyes were black. And she couldn't like look directly at me. She looked through me, and she was like walking robotically, like somebody was possessing her. Like she was just an empty vessel and somebody was like just pressing a button, like the walk button. It's like if you explain to a robot like how a human walk like a human, and they're gonna like kind of walk like a human, but it still looks like a robot. That's what it looked like. It was so creepy, and I just had to tell somebody. I'm sorry, I had to tell you guys. But guys, I feel like the more you focus on your ideal life, you're going to realize these people can't do nothing to you. What they're going to try to do is they're going to try to get in your head, and they're going to try to make it seem like you're the crazy one. But really, they're the ones who are unhinged and insane, okay? So go ahead and keep doing your thing, because when somebody tries to like lower your self-esteem, it's because their self-esteem is lowered. You know, it's unfortunate that it's like that, but, you know, you're going to constantly trigger people. And 9 times out of 10, they're just going to be triggered. They're not going to want to learn. They're not going to want to heal. They're not going to want to talk to you. Oh, let's talk things out. No. Okay. So we need to kind of just like accept that and continue on our journey. It's kind of like, okay, like when I saw the lady, you know, I didn't really let it stop me. I just was like, wow, that was creepy. And then like, just keep going. Like, that's all you can do, because they can't do anything. You know, that's what they're going to try to scare you. They're going to try to scare you. And I feel like a lot of these people, okay, they're going to start revealing themselves. So maybe you were on the fence and you didn't know, maybe this person's a narcissist, maybe they're a gang stalker, maybe they're insane, maybe they have a smear campaign going on, they've been talking shit, you know, and you didn't know. Spirit's going to let you know, okay, through these people's actions, is going to get back around to you. I think God, spirit, the universe, the angels, whatever you want to call it, they just want you to be aware, and they want to reveal everything to you so you can pretty much, you know, go from there and make the right moves for you. Okay, I'm going to stay away from this person and continue on my journey, on my path. I'm not going to ruminate on how unfair things are. I'm just going to accept the things that I cannot control and change the things that feel unacceptable. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. You know, I mean, I'm not going to say, oh, it's going to be all sunshine and rainbows and everything's going to, you know, work out in the end and you'll be happy forever from now on. Like, you know, but you're not going to be stopped. You are so strong and so spiritually advanced and so far along in your spiritual journey. I mean, it shows. You're glowing. You've been taking care of yourself physically, prioritizing mental health, like I said, and prioritizing spiritual hygiene, which is really all you can do. Because it's like, well, what do we do about these gang stalkers and this surveillance and all this crazy shit that's going on? But nothing. Just you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing you can really do, because the more you obsessed over it and think about the injustice of it, the more in your head that you're going to get, and you're going to start to like go into the paranoid delusions, and like no one's going to, you know, it's not helpful. So it's good to be aware, and then you move on. You let these people be insecure, but it helps to know why. It helps to know why they are the way that they are. So I know this video went off on a few tangents, but I pray, like right now, I'm praying that when I drop this video, if they let me save this, okay, that it reaches the right people. Okay, that's all I hope for. If it can just help one person who's kind of just like, why is this happening, and what am I supposed to do? You keep moving. You keep moving forward. That's it. They can't stop you. If they were going to stop you, they would have done it already. 8:11 on the clock right now. That's my birthday. Infinity symbol 1-1. That's a lucky ass birthday. I know somebody that's born on 11/11 too. That's lucky as hell. And I got 11 viewers right now. I had 50 viewers before they restricted the live. Now it's down to 11. So I also want to say, I hope nobody felt like I was blaming, you know, my supporters for not watching the long form content on the official Cheetah Claws YouTube. It's not your fault, guys. They have shadow banned me and are suppressing my videos, and that was when I was censoring myself. So now I'm like Cheetah Unchained. Okay, right now I'm going to keep saying my message. Like, if they're going to shadow ban me anyway, I no longer care about the fame. Okay, fuck the fame. I don't care. So that I pray that this reaches the right people. You're abundant. They wouldn't be attacking you if they were not threatened. You are threatening their entire way of life just by existing. So keep existing. You're going to get your justice. Don't worry. You're going to get your good karma, because you are a good person. And even though we live in a hellish world, they can't escape the universal laws. Like, they may be able to thrive here in the material world, but when they get back up and we all get back up to the spiritual realm, there's no escape. It's going to get to the point where they're not going to be able to voluntarily incarnate back to earth and try again. And then they'll meet one of us, and then they get a second chance and a new lease on life. No. They're going to get back up to the spiritual side, and they're going to kick their ass right back down to earth. And it's going to be AKA hell. And it's going to just be a bunch of low vibrational people, and all the high vibrational people, such as my collective, anybody watching this, we're going to ascend to the new earth. Okay. Now, I don't know if it's a new planet or just a new vibration, or they're going to be sent to some type of purgatory and then we just get to inherit the earth. I don't know the details. They don't let me, I wasn't present for that meeting. I don't know. But I know that there's going to be a separation, which is why these people are panicking. They're going to try to drive you crazy in any way that they can. Like showing you weird robotic reptilian people when you're just walking down the street. Guys, these people can't hurt you. You are protected, okay? Whether this is online or in person, I would be vigilant and I would be diligent right now, okay? Keep your wits about you. Practice your spiritual hygiene. I would invest in a security system, not to be paranoid, but people still have their own free will, no matter how protected we are, okay? And make sure you carry protection, if you know what I mean, okay? I can't say it on here, but you know, if you know what I mean, okay, you have the right. You have the right to protect yourself, okay, guys? And stay protected online. I would change your I changed all my passwords because I don't know what's going on. You know, I'm getting emails, I'm getting text messages, your passwords have been compromised. I'm like, wow, they really know I'm about to go online and start spitting some shit. But they can't stop me, man. They can try, and guys, they've tried. And I no longer care. I feel like it's my duty to let the collective know what's going on and try to give some type of advice on what we should do. Okay. So yeah, stay diligent, stay vigilant, okay? But know that you are protected by the earth angels, by the collective, by the archangels, spirit, God, your higher self. They wouldn't just send us down here with no protection. But what they want to do is they want to drive you crazy, the lower dimensional beings, because they don't like our kind on this earth. They just don't, because they feel like we don't belong here. And in some way that they're right, but that doesn't mean that we're not still here on a mission to raise the collective consciousness, and you just keep existing, you know, in your own world. You don't have to explain yourself to these people. You don't have to censor yourself. Do what you want. Talk about what you want to talk about. Dress how you want to dress. Okay? Because these people are just mad because they can't pull off something like this. The robes. Okay? With the bird landing on you. They can't do that. Okay? So try not to think about how unfair everything is. Try to focus on the positive, because guys, we all know that the universe will give us more of whatever we're thinking about the most, okay? So watch your thoughts. Okay, guys? Wow. Who knows how long that reading just was?